We're underway. Great to have you along here on this Saturday night on CMU Public Television. Central Michigan and Buffalo. Bulls come in with a record of 12-7 overall behind first-year head coach Bobby Hurley. A name that is synonymous with winning at Duke University, where he won 2 national championships for Mike Krzyzewski. Oh, nice entry pass and a layup for Will Regan, the 6'8" junior, putting the Bulls on the board first.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight, Kurt. It might be Buffalo's interior game versus CMU from the arc.
Chippewas are the #1 team in the Mid-American Conference in terms of three-point makes per game, just a shade under 8 three-pointers made. Buffalo, the stingiest three-point defense, something we'll have to give out there on the arc tonight. Shot clock down to 7. Hibbets will drive and bounce it out. Simons for 3, good!
There you see the perfect contrast. CMU on the arc, Buffalo on the interior.
Simons coming off a big game in that win over Kent State, as again they dump down, and there's about the easiest 2 that Javon McCray is going to find, and he dunks it on home. 4-3, Buffalo on top by 1.
Buffalo playing a fairly standard man-to-man defense, pressuring the point first, and then good pressure at the wings as well.
Simons went for the double-double in that overtime win over Kent State to lead the way. You know, in the game that we saw against Akron, Simons was really a non-factor, and I guess that's just a young player. You have some games where you're not going to see him and some games where they can go big.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, though. I also believe that what we're seeing now is with Simons and Hibbets and with Fowler, a certain level of consistency in their play that's really going to be important as Central Michigan gets into the end of this sophomore season for those young kids.
There's Fowler. He's been the leader as a sophomore. There's another long ranger, no good, rebounded by Buffalo. Very athletic team, and here comes Gerard Oldham with the ball. He doesn't score much, but he does this a lot. He's their assist leader, and he has another one as McCray has 2 buckets. Boy, there are 3 easy inside buckets for Buffalo.
Yeah, all 3 shots from about 1.5 inches away from the rim, and that's going to mean that Central Michigan's going to have to shore up the interior of their defense, and that's going to fall on the shoulders of Simons and Hibbets.
And Buffalo's going to get the ball as well after a CMU turnover. This Buffalo team comes in 6-3 in MAC play, just a game back of Akron in the East. But they've struggled on the road. They are 10-1 at home and haven't been able to really figure the road out yet. And you know the MAC is tough on the road anyway.
Yeah, it's always tough to get a road win for any team, I think. But Buffalo's a pretty good basketball team. I'm a bit surprised that they haven't been able to be a little bit better on the road this winter.
Buffalo will make a substitution. Central will as well. Shannon Evans, a freshman, comes in for Buffalo. Rayshawn Simmons will make his first appearance for CMU, the sophomore out of St. Louis, Missouri. He replaces Stewart in the lineup. And on the offensive end, the Chippewas called for a foul.
Yeah, screening foul. Fowler setting a down screen for Simons, and didn't have his feet set. Could have gone either way, but foul on CMU.
There you go. There's Bobby Hurley, first-year head coach, but one of the names that will, well, pretty much live on in college basketball history. And 2 championships at Duke, went on to play in the NBA. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, where his career really was cut short by a very tragic car accident that he was involved in. There's a shot. Oh, that's a tough shot, and Javon McCray shows why he is a leading candidate for MAC Player of the Year.
Buffalo very intent on exploiting the interior defense of the Chippewas.
Hibbets will slow it down and back it out. 8-3, Buffalo, the early lead.
10 on the shot clock.
Chippewas not having much of an opportunity to get it on the inside, but they got bailed out.
Yeah, bailed out for sure. They had the shot clock down to 5, and foul called on the dribble drive attempt by Fowler.
Oldham with the personal foul for Buffalo. Austin Keel will come into the CMU lineup, replacing Rayson. Keel's a guy that could heat it up in a hurry. He'll come off the bench shooting. There he is. And there it is. Not able to go, though, and Buffalo will rebound and run. Oldham in the open court. Trailing shot, no good by McCray. Zach Saylor, who's in for the first time with the rebound for CMU, the big guy.
Simmons bouncing the ball a bit too much out front. They'd like to get their offense set up. Let's see if they can get it shifting from side to side here.
Hibbets straight away, 3-ball, got it.
Central Michigan's strength, I think, Kurt, if they can counter from the arc, they have a real chance tonight.
Pulled to within 2, 8-6. Buffalo by a bucket. Trying to trap, causing some problems, but Evans able to get it across.
It's like they've also gone into something of a zone defense. I think that's probably intentional to protect the interior.
There's the interior, McCray, and he runs into Saylor, but Saylor's going to, I believe, pick up the foul. Saylor picks it up, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We will take the break. We're off and running here at McGurk in Mount Pleasant. It's 8-6 Buffalo on CMU Public Television.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, the treasures of Detroit, Michigan are in the spotlight.
When an object talks to you from across the room, you've got to walk over there and look at it.
$10,000. You're kidding. I can hardly believe that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Don't miss our visit to Detroit next time on Antiques Roadshow.
Monday night at 8 on CMU Public TV.
Interested in getting behind-the-scenes information about CMU Public Television and CMU Public Radio on the web or on your phone? Get connected with CMU Public Broadcasting online. Visit us on our Facebook page or send WCMU TV a tweet. Get the latest news from Public Radio and watch our local Michigan TV programs on YouTube. Like, follow, and watch. Stay connected with CMU Public Broadcasting on the web and learn more online at WCMU.org.
Visiting Buffalo Bulls, the University at Buffalo is the official name, and it's the University down low early. There's a big guy, Javon McCray, for 2 of his 6 here in the early going. So the inside game of Buffalo, and it's been the outside game of CMU, with Simons and Hibbets both hitting 3s for the only 2 Chippewa field goals.
Yeah, it's a great contrast, Kurt. I think the viewers are really going to enjoy watching Buffalo's interior game and in the counter that CMU may try to contain the interior game by going to zone defense. And then, of course, conversely, what will Buffalo do to defend the 3? And there you see it.
Well, Hibbets and Simons, 2 of the best in the Mid-American Conference. Simons 41% from 3 range. Hibbets at 36%. If you give them any time, they're going to spot up and hit it. And here's a steal. Fowler all the way to the hole. Nice job coast to coast for Chris Fowler.
Yeah, good, strong, aggressive move there at the rim.
And a timeout called by Bobby Hurley and the Buffalo Bulls. We're going to keep it right here. That's the way to spark your team. Just get it and go and lay it up and in to tie things up at 8.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick timeout too. You know, Coach Hurley apparently saw something that he didn't like. It may have been triggered by the inbounds pass that was errant, the steal by Fowler, and then there's the very aggressive attack on the front of the rim. Chris Fowler's really emerging as one of the outstanding players in the Mid-American Conference.
Yeah, you know what? I bet that even though Coach Hurley isn't happy with that, as you see Coach Keno Davis of Central Michigan, at least Hurley can say, you know what, I did that a few times when I played. You know, when you look at Bobby Hurley, he's not the biggest guy. He doesn't have the biggest hands, but boy, could he play basketball. And he loves seeing point guards. He'd love to see his point guard do it, but this time it was Fowler with the steal and the 2.
Yeah, you're right. He's very unimpressive physically. I was standing next to him on the sidelines, and he just doesn't look like a great college basketball player, but he certainly was.
Gym rat, no doubt about that. There's a long ranger off the mark, picked up by CMU. Chippewas with a chance to lead. Simmons kick-starting the offense. They work around the arc.
Yeah, they're playing without a post player, as our viewers can clearly see.
10 on the shot clock for CMU. Fowler, a shot fake, gets into the lane, count it, it's good. 3-point opportunity for CMU.
Yeah, great patience at the offensive end of the court. CMU did a nice job of moving the basketball sideline to sideline, and then off the dribble drive penetration, nice little point blank shot, finished. Fowler's a strong player, Kurt. He can really do that on the interior of the lane.
And there you go, and the shot clock was winding down. Nice control for Chris Fowler, sophomore out of Detroit Country Day. Free throw is good, and that's one thing the Chippewas do well. They're 74% as a team at the line. Oh, a quick whistle, my. They're gonna catch
Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons with a hold. First personal foul. Third team foul against the Chippewas. They're gonna continue to put the pressure on. Simmons will leave, and Rayson comes back in.
You know, Simmons is a young player too in that sophomore class, and you know, it depends upon how he's playing when he comes into the game. I thought he was over bouncing the ball a little bit at the offensive end and then didn't play very well defensively.
Jaron Skeets into the Buffalo lineup, and here's the guy that they count on, and another easy two for McCray. And a timeout called by Central Michigan. So both coaches trying to figure things out defensively.
Yeah, Central Michigan is just giving up point-blank scores, and obviously Coach Davis is going to try to do some teaching right now. He's trying to get his defense to contain that interior attack, but if I'm Coach Hurley, I'm just going to keep going down there until Coach Davis figures something out.
I'm not sure if the coaches in the MAC can figure this guy out. Javon McCray, senior out of Newark, New York, averaging 17 points and 10 rebounds. He is closing in on the all-time scoring record at Buffalo. Right now he is third, but he's 32 points out of second with his 1,801 points for his career. Rayshawn Young is the number one. He played from 93 to 98. He has 1,908, so you're down to 100 points or less now between McCray becoming the all-time leading scorer. That's how good he has been.
He can't get all 100 tonight, can he?
No. Only Wilt Chamberlain can do that. Nice ball fake. Shot clock under 10. Nice dump down and a foul underneath. Credit Fowler with keeping that play going, and that'll allow Austin Stewart to go to the line.
Central's doing a great job of playing with an open post concept right now. They've got 5 players on the perimeter. They're dribble driving the seams. They're attacking the lane very aggressively. And I like this offensive set. Very patient too, by the way.
Stewart's free throw is good. Sophomore from Normal, Illinois. There you see the point guard Fowler drew the double team, and his man was right there for the little hook pass.
Yeah, collapsed the defense off the dribble drive and made the easy dump down. I like the open post concept right now. I think that's going to really pay dividends for Central offensively.
Hibbett's back in, Keel is out. Keno Davis with a little chess match going on here. Lots of changing of lineups each time down, and Stewart hit them both.
I like the full court press. I think that keeps the ball away from the attack area. It's a ploy that's often used by coaches to neutralize an interior game.
Well, let's see what they do with McCray down there. Right now it's Simons trying to guard him. Yeah, there he goes again. Oh, nice block. Simons got his hand on it.
Yeah, very well done.
Chippewas by 3. 13-17 to play opening half. Simons just off the mark.
Pretty much one and done right now. CMU needs to work a little bit harder on the offensive glass.
Well, defensively now, they're packing it back in a little bit. Boy, what a tough assignment for John Simons. At 6'8", 220. McCray's got 30 pounds on him down there. And that 3 will open things up a little bit as Jaron Skeets, the sophomore, hits it.
Yeah, if Buffalo can consistently do that, Kurt, that makes them multi-dimensional and very hard to guard.
Oh, a floater, one-hander, no good.
Yeah, one and done again.
Tied at 13. Buffalo coming off a win over Ball State at home, so they had to travel all the way from Buffalo to get here. That one rattled up. Oh, yeah, got to be over the back there.
Got to be.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Really?
Xavier Ford was climbing on the back of a Chippewa and got away with it. Actually got a foul called against CMU, and Keno doesn't like it. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I wish I could listen in on that conversation. That must be interesting.
Oh, my. Well, you've had a few of those in your coaching career,
Let me
haven't
explain
you?
this to you, Coach. No, don't even try.
Yeah, not much to explain there. Yeah, not much to explain there either, as Shannon Evans hits the 3 for Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo demonstrating real versatility with an inside game and an outside game.
Rayson will back it out.
You can see the open post.
That's a tough pass. Called a kick. Ball will stay with CMU, but not before we have a timeout. 11:36 remaining here in the opening half. Good ball game. Buffalo leads Central Michigan by 3. Both teams shooting a pretty good clip, but Buffalo shooting at the better clip. 7 of 11 from the field, inside and now outside. There goes the 3-pointer for Buffalo. Central Michigan, on the other hand, 4 of 8, 2 of 4 from the 3-point arc.
Yeah, it's a really good basketball game offensively. Buffalo is demonstrating a versatile offensive attack, able to complement their interior game with a couple of shots on the arc. And I like CMU's open post offense. They've been patient. They're dribble driving and attacking the seams pretty well. I think their shot selection has been really good to date. A game with low turnovers, good ball handling, good shot selection. It's a really good offensive basketball game right now.
Yeah, if you look back at the history between these two schools, Chippewas have dropped 5 in a row to Buffalo, including 2 losses a year ago. The last one was the heartbreaker. It was the first round of the MAC tournament, and they lost at Buffalo 74-72 in overtime. That one floats all the way into the backcourt. Chips down 3. 5 on the shot clock. A long ranger, not good. Will follow the miss and got it knocked away. Simmons thought that he was fouled from behind.
Buffalo does a really nice job of spacing the court.
Oh, there's a 3 falling backward is Shannon Evans for his second 3. Here's a freshman who is hitting only 29% from beyond the arc coming into play today, and already has hit both of his 3-pointers. 19-13 Buffalo.
Central Michigan needs a high percentage shot now. They need to attack a seam and get a score in front of the rim.
Yeah, with Javon McCray sitting on the bench right now for Buffalo. See if they can attack that interior. Again, shot clock winding down. That's pretty much been the norm. Rayson falling away for 3, not a good shot.
No, without Chris Fowler on the floor, that's 2 straight desperation heaves, and that doesn't bode well for CMU.
There's another 3 on the way. This one will go out of bounds off CMU. Now, here come the subs back in. Oldham and Freelove are back in for the Buffalo Bulls. Here comes Nick Carlos in for the first time. 6'7" freshman from Ashland, Missouri, as Keno Davis rolls the dice a little bit and trying to find that combination. Entry underneath, close by, but this block by Simons. Played some pretty good defense on their big post guys.
Yeah, it's his second block of the game.
The lane to Carlos, nice shot. Pulled off the bench, the freshman with his first 2.
Yeah, running the point on the press as well. Now Carlos trying to get back on defense.
19-15 Buffalo, 9:45 to play first half. Whistle away from the basketball. Illegal screen against Buffalo. They caught Xavier Ford. Ford's first personal foul. 4 team fouls now against Buffalo.
Yeah, and I think they're substituting McCray back in the game. It looks like Hurley's a little more comfortable with McCray on the court than rather on the bench.
Yeah, I would think that's
good choice.
Pretty good choice there. Nice drive, baseline. Good if it goes, and it is gone. 3-point opportunity for Austin Stewart.
Central doing a terrific job of opening up the post and allowing the wing players alleys and lanes and seams to drive. And that was a very good example of what the open post offense can do.
Yeah, just get a step on the defender. Free Love let him get that step, and Stewart took advantage. 3-point play, the old-fashioned way.
CMU did a nice job of getting to the free throw line. Buffalo's yet to shoot a free throw.
Chippewa's within 1. There's McCray moving around by the free throw line, trying to get open. Oh, we're going to shoot a 3. Oldham way short. Ball goes out of bounds off Buffalo. Regan hit it last.
Yeah, the zone defense pretty effective, at least in that possession, at neutralizing McCray in the middle of Buffalo's offense.
Blake Hibbett's back in. Carlos will go to the bench. Nice minute or so of action for CMU off Keno Davis's bench. Fowler gets double teamed, kick out, spot up for Hibbets for 3. Yes.
Yeah, I like the dribble drive into the baseline and then the kick out opposite to Hibbets, who had his feet set. He's a really good shooter when he gets time.
CMU has regained the lead by 2. Evans with a nice runner.
Wow. That's a great move by the freshman. And there's a steal.
Evans going to circle on back. Evans again down the barrel. Got it.
Wow.
Underneath there's a foul. The bucket will count. I think they're going to walk the other way, though, with the foul.
Count the basket. Fouls on John Simons.
Oh, no, they called it on Simons as well. So bucket's going to count for Evans.
I think McCray thought he had fouled.
Yeah, they were walking the other way.
Yeah, he was
but
shrugging and motioning at Coach Hurley, and then, as it turns out, it was against Central Michigan.
Yeah, they called it on Simons. So Buffalo with the bucket and the possession. Evans been a good spark plug off Buffalo's bench. He has 11 points.
Yeah, 3 threes too.
Pretty veteran team, this Buffalo team. They started 3 seniors and 2 juniors. Even though Evans is only a freshman, the rest of them are battle tested. Boy, Evans again. Not this time. Oh, storming out of nowhere is Fowler for the rebound. Hibbets 2 steps beyond the arc. Too strong. Stewart a strong rebound.
Yeah, it's Central's first offensive rebound. That's good to see.
Buffalo up 3. Nice no-look pass, but even better defense. The hands of Regan knocking it out of bounds, and a timeout on the floor. 7:26 to play in the opening half. We'll take the timeout. It's Buffalo 24, Central Michigan 21 on CMU Public Television. Both teams still shooting a pretty good clip. 55% for Buffalo and 47% for CMU, including Blake Hibbets, a couple of 3 balls.
Yeah, and I think Buffalo very impressively, when you couple McCray's game with Evans' game, you've got a terrific inside-outside attack. McCray right now with 8, Evans with 11, 19 points combined. Central trying to counter that with some pretty good three ball shooting, like again, as you said, with Hibbets making a couple. And Central also getting to the free throw line 4 out of 4 free throws.
Yeah, Evans has hit 3 of the 4 3-pointers for Buffalo. As a matter of fact, all 4 of their threes have come off the bench. Chippewas will have the ball, down 3. Keel for 3. We're tied. 4 3-pointers for CMU and only 3 2-pointers. Pretty much been the norm most of the season. And that ball is going into the front row.
Yeah, ball handling error by the freshman Evans. Excellent pressing concept by CMU.
Yeah, Keno Davis's team playing hard here tonight against a very good Buffalo squad. We're knotted up, ticking down to the 7-minute mark of the first half. Dump down low to Stewart. Spins, gets his man in the air, and will draw the foul.
Yeah, it should be a 2-shot foul. Nice post up. Central hasn't played much this evening with an interior player at the blocks, but in that possession they did. Got the ball inside to Stewart and did a nice job of getting himself to the free throw line.
Austin Stewart averaging 6 points a game. If he hits this free throw, he will hit his season average, and he does. Rayshawn Simmons will come in to replace Chris Fowler. Last time we saw Fowler get a breather, wasn't good offensively for CMU.
Yeah, but you know, Chris logs a lot of minutes, and I'm sure Coach Davis is sensitive to that and wants to give Chris a blow now and then.
Second free throw is good. Stewart has 7. Lead the Chippewas in scoring here in the first half, and that allows them to put the full court pressure on. They use the big guy to get it into, and then he clears everybody else down.
CMU back into the zone once again, trying to neutralize McCray across the baseline. It's been pretty effective, I think, Kurt.
Yeah, after the first 3 or 4 buckets he hit, they were able to figure it out. He's blocked from behind by Simons, but continuing to follow it.
Yeah, it's a great second effort, isn't it?
Yeah, double figures already for Javon McCray. He has 10. .26 all. Whistle underneath. Looks like it's going to be against Buffalo. A push underneath will send the Chippewas to the line in the single bonus. That's the 7th team foul against the Bulls.
Yeah, I've got CMU, I think they're 7 for 7 from the free throw line or something like that. It's close to that. And Buffalo's yet to shoot a foul shot.
That foul was on Orem Nueriank, a senior from Baltimore. Just checked into Bobby Hurley's lineup. Might be the toughest name in the league to pronounce, and I think I actually got it.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
That's number 22, I think.
Yeah, that's what we'll call him the rest of the way. Chippewas by 1. Keel, one of 6 Chippewa players to have scored here in the first half.
Doing a great job at the free throw line.
Yeah, 7 for 7. And that allows them to press, and it forces a timeout called by Bobby Hurley. With 6:12 remaining here in the opening half, and we're going to keep it right here. Chance to tell you about a couple of the other games that took place this afternoon. This is the only night game in the MAC today. Eastern Michigan beat Kent State 70-53. Ohio over Miami 82-75. There you see the 3-pointer that was knocked down by Keel. And Toledo held off Ball State 80-73. So when you look at the standings now, Toledo at 8-2 in the West, Western Michigan at 6-3, and in the East, Akron at 7-2, Ohio 7-3, and Buffalo's at 6-3. So they're trying to keep pace with both Ohio and Akron in the East Division.
Yeah, Buffalo's one of the good teams in the East Division. Clearly, they've got, as you said earlier, they got a veteran squad. They've got a nice blend of interior play and can make some threes now and then. So, you know, Buffalo's a pretty good team.
Pressure put on, but now they'll back it off. Chippewas lead them by 2, nearing the 6-minute mark remaining in the first half.
Buffalo's had a difficult time with Central's zone defense. They are slow to attack. They aren't moving the basketball from sideline to sideline nearly enough. And of course, the zone defense is neutralizing McCray on the interior, though there's the offensive putback.
Yeah, he's tough in there. 12 points for McCray. Well, in the pregame, we talked about McCray. Over 1,800 points, over 800 rebounds, 200 assists, 200 blocks. No player in the history of the league has done that. And there's an offensive foul. Simmons with his second, and he will leave, and Fowler comes back in.
CMU going to extend the press on the dead ball baseline out of bounds.
Bounce it down the sideline. Now they've got some numbers. A nice job of knocking it away from behind. That's Fowler catching up.
Yeah, great effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, kind of like in football, catch-up speed there in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, typically when you get that advantage on the sideline, you get the ball in the middle of the court, but Buffalo did not do that. Oh, jeez.
How do you stop
nice
that?
move.
How do you stop that?
You know, he's pretty quick too, isn't he, Kurt?
Yeah. Bulls by 2. Saylor's back in there. He's going to try to set a high screen. Not much there, except that step in from Stewart. Got it.
Yeah, nice assist from Fowler.
Austin Stewart with 9. Chippewas extended a little bit, put a little pressure on the point. Nice lob underneath, nobody there. Oh, from behind it was partially blocked by Saylor, but guess who got it back? 16 points for McCray, and every one of his shots have been point blank.
That was a nice little left hand put back too after he got the offensive rebound. Young man has soft hands, pretty quick feet, strong player on the interior.
Well, Bobby Hurley inherited himself. Pretty good player there to coach in his first season as a head coach. I would bet that the next level might be looking at Javon McCray.
Yeah, I agree.
And not a good foul that time for McCray. Saylor will take it and go to the line. That's the first personal for McCray, and that might be the only way to get him, is get him into some foul trouble and make him sit next to the coaching staff for a few minutes.
Yeah, you know, and Coach Hurley, conversely, you know, when your big guy, maybe your best player, one of the best players in the league, commits a personal foul 31 feet from the hole, I mean, you know, it just drives coaches crazy.
There's the first free throw miss of the night for CMU. It was the front end of the 1-and-1 for Zach Saylor. 4 minutes to play first half. Bulls by 2. Evans again, not hitting that one. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be CMU's ball. Timeout on the floor. We'll break at the 3:48 mark of the opening half. Keno Davis will talk it over with his team, who trails Buffalo by 2 on CMU Public Television. The visiting Bulls from Buffalo getting most of their production in the inside-outside. Here's the inside part of it with Javon McCray. He has 16. The outside part of it, Shannon Evans with 11. So 27 of Buffalo's 32 points have come from those two players.
Yeah, and to Coach Hurley's credit, Kurt, you know, getting the ball in McCray's hands, you've just got to do that. He's got 12 field goal attempts right now, and you know, there are stretches when Central's been able to neutralize him, but he is such a force on the interior. If I'm Coach Hurley, I'm just going to pound it down in there time and time again.
And then you've got to get your body on him and not let him get the offensive rebound like that one.
Yeah, and it might take 2 bodies, in fact.
Yeah, it might. But with all that, the Chippewas are just down a bucket, and they've got the basketball.
Yeah, they're playing well. They only have 4 turnovers tonight. I like the way they're opening up the post area and allowing their wing players to dribble drive at the hole. like a little zone from Buffalo for the first time.
Was moving it around the arc. Still not able to get it. Now they get the interior touch. The kick, the shot, no good. Chippewas trying to win their second straight conference game after an 8-game losing streak was snapped earlier this week against Kent State. A tough runner, well off the mark. Some numbers to run. Fowler takes it all the way in and scores.
Wow, that was impressive, Kurt. Chris Fowler attacking aggressively.
Knotted up at 32. Again, Simon's drawing the tough assignment. Make sure McCray doesn't get in. Oh, 3 from the corner by Freelove. Josh Freelove, senior out of North Lauderdale, Florida, his first field goal of the night.
Yeah, Buffalo's able to hit just enough threes to continue to stretch the defense.
Corner 3, no good. Long rebound, who wants it? Buffalo does. Evans scores.
Right back.
Chippewas right back. Score with a finger roll for Stewart.
Just a little tempo up and down.
Yeah, here we go. Lace them up, let's run. Austin Stewart with 11 first half points. We're under 2 to play first half. Oldham with the drive, got caught too far under, but saved it. Shot clock at 11 for Buffalo. McCray will handle way out. Evans with the drive, and he draws the foul. Hibbins came over and got him.
Yeah, Hibbins didn't get there quite soon enough and was able to wasn't able to close the driving lane.
First personal for Hibbins. Team foul number 8. But in the act of shooting, Evans will get 2. 13 points for Shannon Evans.
And I believe these are the first 2 free throw attempts for Buffalo in the game tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Coach.
With 1:30 left to play.
Evans a 75% free throw shooter. Buffalo is a team 71%. Knocks them both down.
It's an important possession for Central. Let's see if they can open up that post area and get a nice dribble drive attack from one of their perimeter players.
That's tough. Tried to go over McCray, but couldn't get it high enough.
Now they'll need a stop.
Loose ball. Regan misses the 3. Nice block out. Yeah, you just as soon get a bucket here. You don't want to go in down 5 or more.
Yeah, I agree, Kurt. I think Central Michigan's got to get a good shot this possession. There's a backdoor cut. Layup.
Pinpoint perfect pass. Stewart has 13.
Now we'll see how much of the shot clock Buffalo will use. There's about a 9-second differential. Central will get 1 more possession.
Wow, McCray, does he have that range? Nope, I'll let him shoot that all night long. And the Chips can play final shot. And it looks like they will.
Got a chance to close the gap to 1.
Down to 10. We'll see if they kick-start it. Here we go. Fowler to Hibbins for 3. No good, and it goes off the back of the backboard and out of bounds. I got a good look to try to tie it up. Simmons will come in. Fowler will go off the court for the final 2 seconds. And a half-court shot on the way. No good. Looked on line from Evans, who has hit everything else this first half. Good, solid first half here in the Mid-American Conference. Buffalo will take the 3-point lead into the locker room. We'll come back with a first half recap. It's Buffalo 39, Central Michigan 36 on CMU Public Television.